Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Final Fantasy IX. Picking up where we left off, we are here in Claria, and we are going to do a very specific sequence of events. I don't really know what to say about this, but it does reveal that Curse has been a few places around the world looking for food. I don't want to mess this up, so we're going to move on in a second. There are quite a few items around town, but we'll get those in a minute. Anyway, more trying to find food. And since we've done that now, we can watch this. This is quite understandable considering where they just came from. Anyway. And now, if we make our quick return trip... Oop, I walked into the middle of the family. If we really quick run down here... say we see that Curse has decided to do something stupid. However, this is beneficial to us in some ways. You'll see. Good thing we exercise. Yes, let's just hand wave the fact we just fell all the way to the very start of where we were. Anyway. You can only do this once, and after this point you can no longer get these items. A couple of good accessories. Anyway, we can now jump down. And we are literally back at the only place as far back as we can go. And we have to climb all the way back up to the top of the tree with only Curse and Shinji. I'm going to cut back to the village, and I'll meet you back up there. And we're back after a couple of fights. Thankfully, it was relatively short to get back. Anyway, as I said, there are quite a few items around town. Let's just start off by picking up an ore. Let's see. I don't remember where all of them are, but there's only a few that are really worth it. Anyway. Dan here is our equipment store. I'll be purchasing some things from him in a bit. Don't worry about that then. The other people we can talk to. I agree with the kid. The sandstorm is a little loud. Anyway. Oop, there it is. You shouldn't teach your kids to curse people. Anyway. again commenting on the fact that the Quina family just doesn't really have a discernible gender. Here's our item shop, in case we need it. And I am trying to remember all the directions to go to, but right down here. Okay, if I remember correctly, it's on the screen. There we are. It's the main thing I was worried about getting out of this town before we moved on. And we're back at the entrance. Right, this way leads to the end. See, the main problem is going to be what happens in a little bit. But we'll start out by helping our friend here. Thought talking to her did something at this point. But oh. There we go. Okay. The same Mapla here has, of course, another letter from Ruby. Okay, Mopside doesn't have any letters. But if you recall, it's a small little side fact here, we have actually met an actor who wanted to get out of the town he's in. Back in Lindblom. We can't do anything about this now, but eventually we might be able to mention it. Alright, let's see. Yeah, this is the way I want to go. Anyway, this is the church. This is where everyone is currently, all the diplomatic talks are taking place. Anyway, this is where we actually need to go in order to continue. One of these two will have a letter for us, I believe. A message, there we go. There you go. In order to continue on, we have to wait at the end. I'm trying to remember what all is around. Oh wait, that's later. I'm getting ahead of myself sometimes, I do apologize. Anyway, all the routes lead to each other eventually, it's just remembering which way to go in the city is a little bit of a problem. And that problem becomes a little puzzle later. Oh. Yeah, I forgot about this. We don't get to talk to Hep after triggering this. Okay. The Antlion is a quote-unquote boss that we're about to fight. That can be a bit problematic if you're not ready. Thankfully, we are overly ready. Anyway, we now actually get to reveal who that is. And now we fight the Antlion. Okay, we could easily decimate this thing because we have a spell that it's weak to. But we want all the items we can, so we're going to try not to kill it. As you can see, we just did 1,000 damage to it. It does not have too much health. If I recall, we've basically just knocked it down to a third of its life. This could be problems. Yeah, we are about to waste the trance. Great. Anyway, that is what Mighty Guard does. It doesn't really show any immediate effect, but what it has done is our defenses are all boosted. That, on the other hand, sucks. I forgot. And blind. It has a counter, I forgot. Okay. I'm sorry I'm quiet through this fight, but it's kind of annoying just for this whole fight. Anyway, Sui has gone into trance here. So let's show you what she does whenever she trances. It's just being a pain in the butt. Focus. That's what Sui does when she trances. Her jump attack allows her to stay in the air and keep throwing down attacks. She stays in air as long as she has any of her trance left in her bar. So next turn she'll run out of trance and come down. Come on. You know what? Fine. Yeah, that's what happens when you keep focusing. Didn't exactly want to kill it there, but I got tired of it. It is not a fun fight. And it has stuff to steal, but I'd rather just no. Anyway, back to the actual story. If you recall, Puck here is the one that actually helped Lep get introduced to this whole story. And is quite the runaway prince of Vermisia. Anyway, at this point, we are pretty much wrapping up the peaceful time, and we are about to enter the ritual that allows them to keep the sand wall going. Anyway. Sorry, I don't really have much to say here. I'm trying to figure out why I couldn't steal from the Antlion, and I just can't figure it out. Anyway. I believe that's the only time you will ever hear that song. And it is unfortunate, because that is a very nice song. Anyway, as you saw there, the strings of the magical harp just shattered almost. And with Claricia having been completely and utterly... I'm going to go with crippled on this part, because most of everything that happened in this town relied on the sandstorm. I think we are about to end this off. I wonder who. Anyway. A brief look into how our allies are doing. Richard is still unerring in his faith. more backstory into how Alexandria was before. You know, when I said brief, I didn't remember that it actually showed us the princess, too. Either way, doesn't really matter. We're just gonna go with negative. For those who don't happen to remember, he was in the auction house. In case you've forgotten what Iliadon is, and those are basically summons. And anyone not familiar with Final Fantasy might not know why Odin is so important. You will see why Odin is very important later. Anyway. Sui here is starting to think that she took part in breaking the sandstorm. We have multiple options. I'm going with this one. The one that was riding what I can only describe as a birded dragon. Anyway, we are now in control of Sui here for a little bit. And this is where we're going to end off. Thank you all for watching. Hope I didn't bore you too much. See y'all later.